Meditation. Its theory and practice. Part 7. The action, which karma yoga is, differs from this usual definition of action as distinguished from concentration or attention of mind. An exposition of this method is mainly found in the Bhagavadgita, where expertness in action is identified with balance in the attitude of consciousness. Yoga is not only supreme ability in the execution of perfected action but is at the same time stability of consciousness or equanimity of mind. The two aspects of this particular technique cannot be reconciled as long as action is limited to the personal activities proceeding from desire. Karma yoga is desireless action, which alone can be consistent with spiritual consciousness. The self, which is pure balance of existence, is coextensive with cosmic reality and can therefore be reconcilable with action when it is transformed into an impersonal process of spiritual being instead of a personal activity of individual desire. This concept of spiritualized action is an advanced step in yoga and cannot be prescribed to novices who cannot imagine anything beyond their bodily personality. But once the spirit is grasped, a seeker moves unscathed in life, unaffected by likes and dislikes, and contemplates divinity in all actions which he identifies with the processes of the universe. In lesser concepts of karma yoga, it is defined as one's attitude to all activity as a form of the movement of the properties of the external nature, of which one remains an unconcerned witness. It is also regarded as action performed in the spirit of service of God or even service of humanity and all living beings, the fruits of which the performer does not long for but offers up entirely to God. In internal forms of meditation, a special feature is a system known as Kundalini Yoga. Here, the human system in its subtle makeup within is regarded as a microcosmic specimen of the universe, and attempt is made to manipulate the powers of nature by the regulation of forces within one's own individuality. The realms of the cosmos correspond to the centers in the individual, which are accepted to be 7 in number. Concentration on these centers in the microcosm stimulates the forces lodged in the centers, which bear an intimate relation to the relative centers in the macrocosm. Thus, meditation on these centers is tantamount to meditation on the reality of the cosmos. Enormous details on such meditations are laid down in a group of texts called tantras, which enunciate methods of a gradual overstepping of the grosser forms of nature through ritual, worship, recitation of formulae, regulation of breath, and concentration of mind. Since some of the ways prescribed in the tantras seem to take the seeker along the roads of sense objects and the material nature, though with a view to transcending them in spiritual experience, the danger of a setback or fall for the inexperienced and the unwary is more in this path than in the other methods of yoga. The technique is very scientific, but not entirely free from the fears of temptation and retrogression when attempted by unpurified minds. All the procedures of meditation are, in the end, ways of awakening the soul consciousness which, in its depth, is, at once, God consciousness. What is apparently extraneous and outside one's body gets vitally woven up into the fabric of one's being in rightly practiced meditation. In brief, meditation is the art of uniting with reality. Swami Krishnananda.